Just walking it down the hill right against the wind, nice and slow. Look at how perfect that is. We can get all this duff down in this bottom taken care of today. I'll go across the rest of the top of this hill once I get some black up in this corner. Once I get black off this upper line, fire breaks are pretty good. We could not ask for a better burn day for hardwoods. Now notice that tree right there. When it gets there, it's going to go straight around it like a mosaic and not cat face at all. Wind's wafting back and forth, but that's good. It's burning real slow, and the wind helps carry it just enough to get it down this hill. Perfect burn day. This is why I clean around these cedars. I also clean around some maples, a few of the maples, and all the dogwoods. The deer really love rubbing the cedars and the dogwoods a lot. Check out how it burned right around this white oak. That's what I like. So that big white oak, roots are fine, not too intense, no burn scars at all, no cat face, no worry about fungus or delayed mortality, because those are some beautiful white oak trees. When it's burning especially slow like this, you can actually light both sides. That fire will suck itself into each other. Now it's a hot point when they come together, but it does build a better head fire to move the fire a little bit quicker down the hill. With these leaves off the tree and the thinning we did, you can notice that there's nothing to hold this heat down, and with this breeze we have going, there's nothing to scorch really. The heat can get out and the breeze moves the heat out of the canopy. You got to be careful with hardwoods and not scorching them. So what I'm doing now, that fire's 3/4 of the way down the hill. Got a bunch of brush piles down here at the bottom. They're going to flare up. So you can see my fire break here kind of in the smoke. I'm going ahead and backlighting at the bottom of this hill, get this brush burned up and get black on this line. So when this fire comes down, it doesn't get too intense in that brush pile. And I got a big wide fire break of black. There you have it. First burn in my bottom's underway. None of these snags lit. All these girdled trees like that have got to die. But you can see we got this duff layer cleaned up. Got at least half of that duff off the top. And we're wrapping up. That last little bit's got to burn out, come together down there at that bottom. And it's so much fun. I'm going to do another spot. Wrapping this up, great burn. First thing I want to mention to you is it's never a good idea to burn by yourself. I've been burning for a long time. Notice I broke this down into a very small track. I had great fire breaks, and my prep for this burn was extreme, and I knew the conditions were doable to not have something get out on me. You want to make sure that here in northwest Georgia, your relative humidity is not too high, your wind's not too much. You can start the day with no wind at all, and like clockwork, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, swirls of wind start rolling through these mountains. So you got to be real careful about that. And if you've got a low RH and the wind picks up on you, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble real quick learning the hard way. So Georgia law, here's what you need to know about Georgia law. It's a great state to do prescribed fire in. Here's why. Gross negligence. In Alabama, it's not like this yet. They're trying to get it changed. But in Georgia, you got to pull a burn permit unless it's hand-piled debris. You need a burn permit. They're going to want to know the address. They're going to want to know the type of burn, silviculture, agriculture, etc. By pulling that burn permit, having proof that you had fire breaks in place, if you can go a step farther and do a burn plan or hire a professional to help you, you can really mitigate your liability from prescribed burn getting out, right? They have to prove in Georgia that you were grossly negligent. Basically, you didn't know what you were doing, you lit a fire and you walked away from it. If they can prove you're grossly negligent, you can get in a lot of trouble and have a bunch of liability from burning. But here in Georgia, we are covered by that gross negligence law. Now, burning in these hardwoods is a lot easier than trying to burn a bunch of fine fuels in a clear cut. I'm not going to try to burn all 17 acres or 10 acres of this down here by myself. I just wanted to do one test run up here, 3/4 of an acre. Now I'm going to head on down here. I got another little 3/4 of an acre area that's a little bit lower in a flat area. I want to see if I can get fire to carry there because the conditions were perfect.